games, no single man won a medal. The only people that won medal are the women. When they come now, the first people that they were allowed to shake the president would be men, who did not win a single medal. Even the women, they may not even shake them because they say the president doesn't shake women. You understand? For religious reasons. But it's these women that made us proud in this particular. The same thing happens to people with disabilities. Any Olympics they go, they will come back with gold medals. But nobody will, because we are discriminating against them. So we have decided in our party to eliminate two positions: women leader and youth leader. In the first place, the party is a youth party. How do you duplicate the youth party with another youth leadership position? That youth leadership thing is also a discrimination put in by big politicians, because they see the youth department as a violence department. So the moment they call you a youth leader, you must be looking scary. You know, they give you money to go and buy petrol, cudgels, cutlass, and gun. That's what they mean. The moment they appoint you as a youth leader in any political party, you have been appointed as the chief murderer,
talks leader,
or on behalf of the party. That is the you are if you are the youth leader of the party, you are supposed to be arrested the day you are given the title.
Actually, even when
because nothing is expected of you other than to go and kill. And that's why in Nigeria, most of the political parties, their youth leaders are usually not young. There was a time PDP's youth leader was 63. Yes, 63 years old.
Up to now.
Even I'm sure their youth leaders now are still in their 50s or 60s. It is that idea that led some youth to think that the 61-year-old Peter Obi is a youth, or a 51-year-old Sowore is a youth. I'm not a youth. You know, after the age of I think 35, according to the UN, you're no longer a youth. But you can be youthful, you know, in your conduct, and you can relate with young people, which some of us can do. But biologically, I'm not a youth. So if you are voting for me, you are not voting for a youth, you are voting for an elder. That's the truth. Yes, a youthful elder. So, but that's the reality. So when you are organizing party structures, one thing we must think about is eliminate all those things that are discriminatory in nature. People don't know this. Probably some of you are hearing this for the first time. That and you are thinking about that might be true. Think of the idea of the Ministry of Women Affairs in Nigeria. You understand? What is the job of the Women Affairs Ministry? It has no value, because there is no Ministry of Man Affairs. But what I'm telling you is that all the other ministries are for men. This one that where we distribute wrapper is for women. So if you are crying at the party like this, you say, go to the Ministry of Women Affairs. So it's like you have a mental problem. Let's go and talk to your people there. But if you don't have a mental problem, it is discriminatory. It's a discrimination that is designed and coded into our laws, our customs, our ideas that are outdated already, but we refuse to get rid of them. Because go and be looking for people who want to do rally now. If we leave this place now, you say, you want to do a rally, or you want to do a conference, you want to do something, go and mobilize them. Most of you will give the assignment are females in your streets. Even guys that you cannot mobilize, you will send girls to mobilize them. And the girls will deliver on it. Yes, they will deliver, they will bring the guys, they will say, don't worry. They will get the guys. Guys who don't want to go to rallies. It's females that will bring them, hold them by their hand. 10 of them will be following one campus. If the women do the most of the work, why do we keep discriminating against them? And one last thing I can say is that I'm just hoping that women will understand how powerful they are one day, and they can just do one revolution, vote for a woman to be president of Nigeria in an election, and let's see if they will not swear in the woman and see what men will suffer. When they know that if the swearing did not happen, you are not going to be able to go back home and eat that tonight. It's you that will not say, please swear, because all the women will just go on strike. If women go on strike, there are some men that don't know where their socks are located in their house until they call their wives. or girlfriend will say, please, where is my socks? Because why? It's the women that wash the socks, folded it, and kept it. Some men, all their certificates are kept by their wives. Not because they want their wives to keep it, but because women's memory is better or are better than those of men. If you want to hide something very well, give it to a female and find it later. When men hide things, they don't know how to find it 2 days later. They will not be asking their wives if it's something that they are behind. It's the same woman that you are hiding it from that will not help you find it. That's the truth. It's not funny. Because women have ability. The people that still late the most in this world are women. They are not sleeping. After everybody has slept, they are the ones who go around and find all the things that are not in place. Put them in place only for men to come and scatter into next one. To go back. So we just have to start understanding that, maybe I'm talking so much about it today because I was supposed to talk about it at an interview today. We never got to that point. The role of women is true. I would have been probably happier if I did that in that interview rather than here. So and this time you say it to people like, no, they can never get. Men say it without even giving that. Women, they can never trust themselves. And that's the only reason why they don't win the election. If you can trust yourself and lie, there will be no men in all the cabinets in this country. No men can win governorship or presidency if women voters come together. Let them go and count the people that really vote. It's women that do most of the vote.
Most market women.
Yes. It's not market women, any women for that matter. They won't have the patience to stay on the queue. To start staying on the queue until the election is over. Then men will come and drive everybody away with cutlass. Women will be crying.
But mostly those women, their children are behind them.
Exactly.
No, they are the only one that can mobilize their
children trust
their
more
more than that.
And the other thing that's been happening, which people probably don't pay attention to, that women are lasting longer than men.
Yes, exactly.
Most likely, all of your, if I ask you, most of your dads are dead. So your moms are still alive. That's
How long less time.
it doesn't matter how the condition of your mom is. It's probably like still alive. Some of them 90, 100, they're around women. Ask your dad, he died 50 years old, he died 60 years old. Parapata 70, he don't die. That one is the ones that died it, they are not born in this era. Those ones who don't know their age. But most men, that's why you see huge true population in Nigeria. That's 35 to, because most of the dads have died. Yes. There's a gap between people in their 30s, 40s, and those who are in their 50s, 60s. Right? There are less men in that category. It's also true that men live a very stressful life. You understand? But it happens because of men do to themselves and what it costs upon themselves in our society. And it is largely cultural. All this idea that you think we are smart, you think we are wise, you go around thinking you can control the world, and the people who really control the world, they will not leave their room. And now God has provided them with cell phones and WhatsApp. So when men are going to meeting, women are chatting on what they are planning. It's a long story. But the point I'm making is that this International Youth Day was dedicated to female folks. We have been lucky. I've been lucky in our party, in our movement, to have met some of these radical young females. And you saw what happened even during NSAS. NSAS was almost largely run by females.
They were preparing the food in the
Some of
street.
the biggest influencers
For guys to eat.
So right before the world is changing, we are still in denial. We will soon find out. Next election may not be about men, it might be about men begging to be given 35% of cabinet positions, just like women are start begging now. We say, don't buy them. When we will beg, please don't give us, one ministerial position. So, I just want to welcome everybody once again. Those of you joined us, and those who are part of the house. What happened to the journalist and the other person? She didn't come down. Oh, the journalist and the actress. You said there's an actress. Tell them to come down. It's for everybody. So that's what we want to celebrate tonight. But you came at the right time. And but having said that, welcome. If anybody's got questions, comments, very short because I have to run back. Suggestions.
More comment is just I encourage everybody what our boss have just said. We need everybody cooperation.
This is the time to ask the women, well, how is it that they make rice for pork? Just assume anything, you know. If you think everything that they put, maybe just one thing like rice, like this rice, just a full pot. But go ahead.
Rice have its own grace.
Yeah.
Have its own grace. So, gentlemen, that's just what I have to say. I believe that.
Because at the same place when rice picking grace, like I picking grace from. How come they don't call it full pot?
The grace still different, sir. Just as you are coming today, when my young brother don't even know how to manage it fall from this thing. We thank God that God. I said, don't worry. Where we are going, that they have enough grace, so the grace is still with us.
Yeah.
So no shaking.
Sorry, I hope you're good though.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Yes, other people. Do you have something to say? Maybe how about we hear from a lady? Let's hear from a lady.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, so let me start by appreciating you for actually dedicating this day to us. Thank you, sir. Because it's actually rare to see occasions where, apart from the International Women's Day and International Mother's Day, it's rare to see an occasion where a different day, a day that's supposed to be general, would be attributed to women, especially to appreciate women. It's also a good thing that, unlike what we met, women are actually changing the status quo.
Changing the world.
And it's a good thing that it's happening in our time, and that one way or the other we are involved in it.
Yes.
It's also a good thing that some of us had the opportunity to be able to find our feet after meeting you and getting familiar with the movement and the party. Because I must say that a lot of us had the voice before coming in contact with the party, but we didn't know how to use it until we met with the movement in our respective places. It's also a good thing that in this house I learned that there's nothing like discrimination, particularly against gender. Because I remember a time everyone was hungry and nobody was willing to cook. And then someone said, Pedro, you are in the house now, cook for us. And you told the person that we don't do that here, you're hungry, go and So that day I got to realize that, okay, this is my world, so let's live it.
I like that one.
So we are thankful that you actually recognize the impact women are making, and we can only hope for the better from the women folk. Thank you.
So any of our visitors want to say something? Female or not?
Well,
No. You said female.
When I asked you, you say you're not hearing.
They have not reached that female or the entire thing.
No, let female talk first.
Females.
To garnish.
Okay, sir. Also, we are not just only here for the party. We are here for the condolence visits for the loss. We are here to sympathize with you. Sorry for the loss.
So my grandmother.
Yes.
That's another female that was that died. great female for that matter.
Thank you very much for coming here. You know, it's Seti that introduced me to the party about the AAC, and I'm one of the, as in, I've been hearing your name since all these years. Because I really want to, as in, to work with you. And today, as International Day, or like International Youth Day,
Yes.
and we are privileged to be here. And we say thank you, sir, for inviting us to be here with you. And we are glad to be here with you.
Thank you very much, man. We'll take more females before we go back to. Yes, Sabisha, yes, I almost forgot. I'm going to put you on. Go ahead, speak, yes.
Come on.
Yes.
No, Sabi.
Salvation, by the way, is the female vice president. I hate to use the word female before. It's part of the grammar we should be concerning to the dustbin of history. She's the vice president of the Obafemi Awolowo University Student Union, one of the most powerful in the country. So, and one thing that was amazing, don't forget what you want to say. One thing that's been amazing about it is that we met after I came out of detention. So she came to this house as part of one of the court's attendances with me. And when she came, she just took over the process of organizing food and people. And I was saying to myself, man, this lady is a leader. And one day I got a call, a WhatsApp message from the university, that she's interested in becoming the vice president of the student union. And I was like, that's great. Why not the president of the student union? I think there's still this residual also feeling that they're not well, but these guys are more ready than some men or some guys than them. And lo and behold, she contested and won. And today she's one of the nationally recognized, credible student union leaders. As they say in the church, we claim her as our own. We claim her grace. We'll go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. So let me start by saying Happy International Youth Day to everyone. It's my belief that if we keep on driving this energy that we have a better country, we will get there sooner or later. Definitely sooner. So I know it's not actually very easy to stand out. I understand the family issues and friends issues that can come with you trying to be a voice in a country like this. Like a lot of people just like you don't know what you are doing, especially for we female folks. Hello, Marty. What will you do? Those different narratives.
Well, married. It's what we used to say in the university.
Yeah. So I really want to celebrate every one of us because it's not easy, and also I celebrate you, sir, because in a way we tap our strength and courage from you.
That's the reason I'm always tired.
So, and thank you so much for dedicating this day to us. And this is just a charge to us that we can do more. And then we will not mind what the society is saying. We will not mind what people are saying. We know that we are going to do very well.
Yes.
So thank you very much. And this is also a charge to the agents who support us because we are one. Yeah.
Don't worry, very soon you won't need them. Your population is higher in the world. You just need to collaborate and cooperate. Now we go to beg for 35%.
Yeah, so thank you everybody.
Yeah.
So together we can make that change. Someday.
Well, there are two other persons came in. There's a journalist lady there, Ewati. No, actually, 4. There's a barrister here, she's a lawyer, Kemi. And there is Mary, Toby here, all of these people that you're seeing live in this house, live in a commune. But it's like a revolutionary commune, as Pedro would say, where there's some kind of liberation. They organize their own liberation by themselves, like they stop cooking. You know. And since they stop cooking, the house has never been the same. Because the men that used to hang around and do what they like, they now humbly go and find food. The men have actually now chosen their own cook. And I'm aware that their cook is on strike. There's a lot of humility. All the vegetables in the house. So, all the vegetables in the street are suffering. Yes, exactly. So, just to appreciate all of them. And for those of you who just joined us, these are our colleagues and friends from Guyana, right? Yes. Who work with others at the party at the movement level. Some of them did. Most of you know Sadiki is a fighter, although very quiet. He's been in almost all demonstrations, court, attendances, fights that were done in Abuja. Some of them really dangerous ones, right? And we just said to have a small get together for the International Youth Day. We'll dedicate it to the females amongst us, the revolutionary females amongst us. I tell people that it's not just that people who live here. It requires a level of courage to go to sleep in this house. Especially when we first started living in Abuja. When you know that the government is thinking, somewhere in the government is thinking, why don't you just bomb their house and say that it's an accident from the Air Force? And they could have done it because they've done worse things to us, and they shot at us. They brought guys with dagger to stab us. Nothing they haven't tried against us. So it requires a lot of courage to get out of the house or enter a car to go to court when you know that soldiers and everybody is waiting for you. And all these females you see here have done it. They've slept here overnight, every day. So I'm really, really happy about that. Welcome all of you. I don't want too many species to ruin the night. You can keep. They've started giving us suya.
Yeah. But there are people who don't do that. There's still. Where's obedience? Where's obedience? The people that are their own, they won't touch it. The people that have no had, they can't.
Can you
Call obedience.
The idea was to bring it to a central.
Okay.
What I told you to bring.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but the drinks you can start sharing them. And then did you buy cups?
Yeah. We have cup. I'll tell obedience.
Who can do that? Somebody has to.
Can you? Yes. Can you just say Happy International Youth Day?
Yes. Happy International Youth Day. We're just having a small gathering.